so far here today to be with us. Thank you, Brother Al Martyr. A few months ago when I came to New Haven, telling me about all that the Amistad Mission does here in New Haven, learning about all that the Freedom Trail is about the work of the Amistad, so much for allowing me to bring greetings on behalf of the Christian community here in New Haven. The story of the Amistad reminds us, those of us who are of the faith, of a man who is credited to have written most of the New Testament, missionary, a man by the name of Paul, who, just like the brothers who we've come here to commemorate today, was treated unjustly for what he believed, beaten, was jailed, his freedom was taken away from him. And just as he was facing an impending death, he wrote to his son in the ministry, Timothy, "I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course, and I have kept the faith." The same can be said of the brothers who we've come here, our ancestors who come here to commemorate here in this cemetery today. They fought a good fight for their freedom. They finished their course, and they kept the faith. As they've given their lives, we ought to recommit ourselves to the struggle, to fighting for freedom, economic freedom, political freedom, no matter where it is here in America, Sierra Leone, or wherever we are in the world. It is true that we cannot celebrate freedom unless we are all free. And so we just want to greet you, brothers and sisters who come today. In the Christian faith, as we depart, there is a saying, a hymn that is often said. Very simply says, "Blessed be the ties that bind our hearts, Christian love. The fellowship of kindred mind is like to that above." May God richly bless you.
And now a Muslim life invasion. Muhammad Bari.
أن الميت حق وأن الجنة حق وأن النار حق وأن الساعة آتية لا ريب فيها. أما بعد، السلام عليكم يا آدم. Your Excellency, Acting President, Mr. Kanu. For the day. Number one, all the money you worked for, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, East, right? South, and Tikonko, and she hails from the she's her father is a paramount chief, but also her mother is involved in the traditional
women's leadership power.
So I present you. Thank you.
My people, I greet you in the name of the Lord. We don't have no sorrow, and we are not surprised what Sende did. He was a warrior. In Mende we say Kube, and Kube will never be bonded. You might bond them in the chain, but in the spirit of the Lord they are free. That's why he fought for freedom. And for this freedom, all of us are enjoying this freedom. So the courage of Sengwe, now we are celebrating, and all the others who shed their blood, they were suffering, but the spirit is free. And we are free indeed. We will never remain in bondage. Therefore, before I I pour the libation. I would like to sing in Monday. So that same way, I know the Spirit is still living and the Spirit is here with us today. And where He is, there is a glorious day. Today is a glorious day. For now, for love, for you. A day of happiness. For love, for you. A day of health, because we gain our health, because we are free and we are continuing to be free indeed. We are going to rejoice. This is the day that the Lord has given us. And He said we will rejoice in it. And we are going to continue to rejoice in it. Rejoice in the spirit of freedom, physical freedom, economical freedom, every freedom that human being wants and needs, and equality for all. Same way. So you don't speak. Mende is funny. You know, Mende, when they say Mende, that means you hear, then you speak it. Now tell me that is a cheer. Instead of me copying out of it and say cheer, that's a language. Cheer, freedom fight to continue. Mahawai, the chief who came to represent us, with all the people that have come, and our chief, our president who is not here, we greet you. So because they were Christian, they believed, they never gave up their spirit. So I'm going to sing a song. What a friend we have in Jesus. There is no friend like Jesus. Because they believe. Of verses, but because of time, I'm going to stop there. The songwriter says, there is no one like Jesus. There is no friend like Jesus to us. He who knows our sorrows, He who knows our troubles, He who knows what we are going through. There is no one, because Sengbe and others believe there is a God. There is a living God. The Spirit is free. So therefore today we are here to pour libation and to remember you. Because even the Lord said when He was going, our Christ said, remember me. We are going to remember you for help done. To remember you, we will never forget you. We are going to remember you. Therefore, every human being, every one of us, so every living being has fluid in him, that's water. The ship that was going, the Shengbe's peace, the Pierre's peace that was going, Shengbe, the peace going on, the Spirit is living. You will know that there was power. When they went, they enjoyed. When they went, they saw where Shengbe came from. And today we are going to celebrate Sengbe in spirit and in health and in truth for the cause of freedom. Sengbe, Mada Sengbe Mua Bugama. Mua kwa Mujale. Mujale ju Dileva Baba. Dileva. So Dileva, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to speak. This is in peace I'm sending. Okay? Peace to you. I send joy to you. Happiness. Peace, and there will be no sorrow. The country of Sierra Leone will live in peace, in joy, and in health. Same way as we are here, the people that are making this thing happen, let there be peace to them. Mother, I have to kneel down to greet you. That's our tradition. Okay? We came, what I said, to give peace. To say peace, to send peace, to pray for peace, to pray for honor, to pray for justice. This is what Sengbe was about. And this is what we, the Americans, African Americans, we are about. We are going to be free, and we are free indeed. Peace to all. Amen.
Thank you very much.
Kandu.
The acting president for the day.
ladies and gentlemen, I must ask permission from Mr. Almada before he accuses me of plagiarism to borrow an extract from a letter you wrote on the 12th of August this year to our ambassador in New York, Mr. Pen McGee. I think that extract is very appropriate to this occasion. And I quote, your words, not mine. We know the name of Saint-Pierre, the leader of the captives. But these who died in captivity in New Haven are also heroes and some. Through the records, they're longing for home, for their families, for freedom, overcame their fear, any feeling of hopelessness to join together, knowing full well that if they failed, they would be put to death. They did not know where they were. They did not know how to sail. When they were captured again, they were brought to a strange land without language, without protection, to a land where slavery existed. They stood firm together from different areas and tribes, together for freedom. Their stand, their campaign for their freedom, aided by the growing abolitionist movements in the US, laid the groundwork for the campaign against slavery in the United States. We salute this Leone heroes. I think the statement is very apt. And if I must follow that with a and sold into slavery by their wasn't European enemies, nor American enemies. So today I say we are here because of 5 causative factors which could have been avoided. And what are these? That is the factor of greed. There was valor, suppression, resistance, and philanthropy. All these 5 factors combined to bring us here today. Why do I say greed? The Europeans who came to Africa, it was us, Sierra Leone, Gambians, Nigerians, Ghanaians, who went in there, fought with our own brothers, put them in shackles, and brought them to the Europeans to be taken to land unknown. It is that greed that caused us all the harm in Africa. Because of the advent of civilization, these internecine wars are a thing of the past. And I believe that we will try and sustain that culture for all time. Valor. When those Spanish captains of the Almirante that they were buying their death war. For little did they contend with the spirit, the fiery spirit of pride, and the 6. Fa, Tua, Welwa, Capelli, Yamuni, Keba, and the others who managed to free themselves. Suppression because when they were brought to the shores of New Haven, they were suppressed again because of an existing barbaric practice here called slavery. That was transcended and superseded in the end by the determination and commitment of the abolitionists in this area due to their spirit of philanthropy. At the end of the day, our people were able to return home. Now, I am standing here today. And President Nkrumah would have done it if he come here. I think we, Africans, we owe an apology to our people for having sold them into slavery. We were the cause of the suffering of our own people. White man did not go into the villages. White man did not go to the farms. You remember the story of Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte went into the forest, a young man, to cut a tree, to make a drum, to entertain his people. He never set eyes on his
again, due to the greed of our own warriors, due to the greed of their tribal rivals. This, to me, is disgraceful. And for once, I think somebody should apologize. I'm standing here today to say to Fa, Tua, Welua, Kapeni, Yamuni, and Kabani, and all of them, including Secretary, we are sorry now. It was needless for you to have happened. So if we come here, we must pay tribute to all the abolitionists. We must commend the spirit of love and the fear of God of the people of New Haven to have come to the rescue of this campus. I think we will come back here at least once every year as a reminder to our own journey through life as nations, as a country. But we will remember this, and it will serve as a deterrent for any other international wars to break in Africa in general, and especially in Sierra Leone. That, Mr. Almada, I thank you on behalf of His Excellency the President. And again, Lady Senator is not here, but I'd like to tell her that the President was not here today. All of us who came here are shadows of the President. When you see the President, you know that lighting us here today. Thank you.
Down into Gulf Street, which is just about 2 blocks from here. And